Rundown on the tools needed for this. I've got a 3/8 ratchet here. I have a short extension because I don't like to cut my knuckles on stuff. And a 9/16 socket. You can use a deep socket or a shallow. We also have a 9/16 wrench and a 13mm for the bolts going into the back of the roll cage. I recommend getting a ratcheting wrench, but I wear overalls, so I don't have those fancy tools. Alright guys, the first step in this install is to grab this M8 hardware. There should be a lock washer and a flat washer for each of these 4 bolts. You got these 2 brackets they're going to mount on the back of the roll cage. We're going to leave these loose when we throw them on until we get everything aligned. These threads are kind of frustrating sometimes because Polaris likes to gob them full of paint. And we're just going to leave those hand tight for now. When you install these brackets, this angle cut should be up at the top along with this large slotted hole. Next thing we're going to do is grab this crossbar here. You're going to use one of your 3/8 bolts with a lock washer and a flat washer on each side. We're going to set this up, and once again we're going to install this loosely into place. Just thread these in by hand. It is kind of heavy for Nick. And then the fun part, we're going to throw the rear plate on. You take that side. One of those guys for you.
And all the washers?
Yep. Yeah, all the washers are going to be the same size. This is going to be another 3/8 bolt, lock washer and a flat washer. We have 5 of these that go across the front. Once again, we're installing everything loose until it's all in place. If there's a window on this, no, this would be exactly the same. The only thing that would be different is if you got the winch option, you'd want to install that and pre-wire it before you throw all this up here. We'll probably shoot another video for that one day. And then you have 4 more 3/8 with flat washers and nuts. Those are going to go in the last 4 holes over here. Yeah, this is why we install everything nice and loose. We can get all this stuff lined up. Alright. We're going to tighten the 5 across the middle first. Usually start in the middle just because these don't need to be super tight, just snug them down. Then we'll tighten the bottom 2 on each side. And I'm going to leave this top one here loose. You guys will see why in just a second. Once you get those 5 across the top done and these bottom 2 done, you can knock these 2 top ones out for just a second. We're going to tighten up the 2 3/8 bolts that are on the end of that crossbar. Yeah. And you can throw the nut and washer back on these guys. This is Nick. He's one of our new guys. Y'all may have seen him do our videos. Other than that, he's not much of an important figure here. He does own the place, but while he's finishing that up over there, I'm going to tighten down these 8mm bolts. You're going to use a 13mm wrench for these. Sweet. Nick already did this on the other side, but we're going to come back and tighten up this last 3/8 bolt. Now we're done. Like I said, guys, if you guys have the winch option, whether you buy it with our winch or you provide your own, I'd recommend pre-wiring that before you throw everything up here, as well as installing this crossbar. It does have wiring holes for the winch stuff, so get that knocked out before, especially if you have the rear glass. Other than that, we're done. That's installed.